Hello guys, welcome to iTutor Academy. In today's session, we will start with the Unit 2 of MMPZ 003, that is Economic Growth and Development. What are the objectives of this unit? After reading this unit, you should be able to explain the concept of economic growth, economic development, and some indicators of economic development. Discuss Harrod-Domar model, Solow model, endogenous growth theory, and major theories of underdevelopment. Next is familiarize with national income accounting, GDP, various concepts related to national income, along with the three major methods of estimating national income, and discuss inflation and its effect on various aspects of economy. These are the objectives of this unit 2, and structure is, first of all, there is an introduction part and theories of economic growth, that is today we will cover on this video. And national income is there, inflation, summary keywords, and self-assessment questions of from this unit are the structure of this unit. So let's begin with the introductory part. Achieving a higher rate of economic growth is the objective of every nation around the world. It is because of economic growth that production, employment, income, saving, and investment in the country increases. The standard of living improves and the people of the country prosper. But how can this objective be met? What are the major factors which contribute to achieving higher rate of economic growth? The various growth models and theories given by economists provided an answer to this problem. The economic literature is full of many theories like classical, Marxist, neoclassical, and many others who have tried to investigate the reasons behind underdevelopment and the possible solutions. However, in this unit, you will learn about few models like the Harrod-Domar, Solow and endogenous growth theory, along with some theories of underdevelopment. Harrod-Domar theory highlights the role of saving and investment in achieving higher economic growth. The Solow model talks about the importance of technology and capital accumulation, whereas endogenous growth theory emphasizes the role and importance of investment in human and physical capital. Having understood these theories, in the next section you will read about national income, various concepts related to national income and various methods of estimating it. Further, in the last section, you will get yourself familiarized with the concept of inflation and how does it impact different sections of society. And next part is theories of economic growth. You all must have heard or read at one time or another that some countries of the world like USA, Germany, etc. are termed as developed countries. On the other hand, countries like India, China, etc. are classified as developing. Now you might be guessing how countries are labeled as developed, developing or underdeveloped, and why is it so that some are developed and other underdeveloped. Well, the answer lies in the per capita income, that is PCOI, gross domestic product GDP, and gross national income GNI. Countries are classified into various categories of development and level of income based on a certain level of income threshold. These thresholds are defined by different world organizations like United Nations, World Bank, etc. from time to time. Okay. And economic growth indicates an increase in the national income and total output of the country. The growing GDP, gross national income, GNI, and production capacity of the country are some of the indicators of the economic growth of a nation. Economic growth can be viewed as the material well being of a country. On the other hand, economic development implies an upward trend in the real income of the country over a long period. According Schumpeter, you just take care of the spelling, SCHUMPETER, economic development is a change in the stationary state of the economy. This change is erratic, spontaneous, and discontinuous. It is a movement from one equilibrium point to another. It is a steady and gradual change that happens in long run and is a result of a general increase in the rate of savings and population. It also implies per capita increase in the production of a country. Achieving a higher level of economic growth and economic development are major planning goals of every nation. It is with a higher level of total output that the standard of living, productive capacity, and overall efficiency of the nation increases. It is because of the increase in GDP that employment increases and more people find jobs. With an increase in employment level, income level improves, and problems of poverty and deprivation can be eradicated. Purchasing power parity, triple P is there. One of the important curiosity among individual or politicians, economists is compare their country with another and then draw many conclusion as per their convenience. However, there is a well developed methodology to do, and it is called purchasing power parity or triple P. Next is measurement of economic development. Economists are interested in measuring economic development because it can help in ranking the countries and making meaningful comparisons. From time to time, attempt has been made to measure economic development with some socio-economic indicators ranging from Social Development Index of United Nations Research Institute on Social Development, Physical Quality of Life Index of Maurice D. Maurice to Human Development Index. In modern times, HDI is one of most widely accepted index. Okay, and there is one column. So this is the list include only major countries of more detailed visit of World Bank website. World Bank has prepared the list of countries based on income level. Okay, you just go through this classification of countries in the basis of income. Okay, there is classification of economies: low income, lower middle income, upper middle income, and higher income. Income level, that is on GNI per capita, and countries are there. Okay, just go through that column. Next is Harrod-Domar model of economic growth. This model of economic growth was given by two economists, namely Roy Harrod. Okay, take care of the spelling. And Evsey Domar in the early 1950s. This model highlights the role of savings and investment in economic growth. Okay, so explanation of the model is here. You just go through that, and warranted growth rate are under the theory, and natural growth rate is there. You just go through that. Next model is Solow model of economic growth. Solow model is also known as neoclassical growth theory and was proposed by Robert Solow of Massachusetts Institute of Technology in 1956, also awarded Nobel Prize of Economics in 1987. This model propounds that changes in population growth rate, rate of technological progress, and saving rate bring about changes in the level of output. There are three basic propositions of neoclassical growth theory. First, the growth of output in the long run steady state is determined by the rate of growth of the labor force and the rate of growth of labor productivity. The major assumption of the models are: the labor force grows at a constant exogenous rate, constant returns to scale, output is a function of capital and labor, and both factors are subjected to diminishing productivity. The elasticity of substitution is equal to 1. All of the savings is converted into investment. No independent investment function, and variable capital output ratio is there. And production function is there, and there is one figure of chart, that is production functions chart. Okay, and next is evolution of capital and steady state. In the above section you have understood about production function, and now you will examine how capital stock impact economic growth. The changes in the capital stock is affected by two forces: invested and depreciation of capital. You just read this models, because maybe the questions will come from this area, then you can answer easily. Okay, and equilibrium of capital per worker and output per worker figure is there, and you just go through this. Endogenous growth or neo growth theory is there. Next, the central idea of endogenous growth theory is that the economic growth of a nation is generated by the factors which are within the production process or endogenous, like technological change or increasing returns to scale, rather than exogenous factors. GNI growth is a natural consequence of long run equilibrium. This conclusion is in contrast to the famous belief of the neoclassical theory. The major objective of this new growth theory is to explain Difference in the growth rate observed by developed and underdeveloped countries. Further, the theory assumes increasing return to scale in production function, which implies the proportionate change in output will be more than proportionate change in input. Okay, so this theory is explanation are here, and major theories of underdevelopment in the economic literature. There are a vast number of theories related to underdevelopment, and as discussing all of them are beyond the scope of this unit, we present the detail about major theories of underdevelopment, namely vicious circle of poverty, low level equilibrium trap, critical minimum effort, big push, and the stages of economic growth. And the vicious circle of poverty theory is associated with Professor Nurse, who propounded that the main reason for the backwardness of underdeveloped countries is the vicious circle of poverty. According to Professor Nurse, the vicious circle of poverty is circular constellation of forces tending to act and react in such a way as to keep a country in the state of poverty. Okay, so vicious circle of poverty, low investment, low rate of capital formation, low productivity, low real income, low saving, low demand is there. Low level of equilibrium trap model. Richard Nelson gave the theory of low level of equilibrium trap, in which he highlights that underdeveloped are trapped in a low level of income. He propounded that in UDCs there is low per capita income. And critical minimum effort theory. The critical minimum effort theory is associated with the economic Harvey's Leibenstein. Leibenstein was of the option that underdeveloped countries were entrapped in the various circle of poverty, and to rise above this poverty trap a minimal level of investment or critical minimum effort is needed. And the theory of big push. Professor Paul N. Rosenstein Roden gave the theory of big push in 1943. According to the theory of big push, bit by bit investment program will not yield the desired result in underdeveloped countries, and they need huge and comprehensive investment package big push to move from the stage of underdevelopment towards development. And the next is Rostov's stage of economic growth. Rostov, that is on 1959, presented the 5 stages of economic growth which all countries must pass to become developed. The 5 stages are traditional society, precondition to take off, drive to maturity, and the age of high mass consumption. Traditional society is predominant, agrarian and production function is primitive with no scientific temper or perspective. Okay, so this is about, there is 2 activities are there, you just go through it. This is about theory. Today we will wind up, and the next video onwards we will start national income and all of from this unit. Okay, if you have any doubts you can contact our contact number, or you can comment it on our comment box also, we will reply it. Thank you so much.
iTutor ES presents IGNO MBA complete syllabus coverage classes and individual semester base subject coverage program for MBA students, online and flexible sessions. For more details, contact 62382 17885.